Sofia Richie just had the celebrity wedding of the year, according to TikTok. And I have some of the exact makeup products that her makeup artist used on her wedding day. So we're gonna recreate her makeup today. What I don't understand is her makeup artist didn't mention any foundation or concealer, and people are assuming that she had no foundation or concealer on her wedding day. How is that possible when her skin looks like this? Speaking of glowing skin, great little segue there in today's sponsor. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Today's video is sponsored by Dermatica, who I have worked with many times now. I don't actually know how many times, but a lot. And if you're new here and you didn't know, Dermatica is a personalized skincare subscription service. You basically just go over to their website if you want to sign up. You put in your skin concerns, so whether that is acne or rosacea, melasma, pigmentation, whether you want to just get rid of fine lines or signs of aging, and then you put in pictures of your skin, obviously with no makeup on. Their dermatology team will then assess your photos and your skin concerns, and they will put together a little formula that is just for your skin. I personally have found that it really works for me. It keeps my skin looking glowing. I've used it on and off for a few years now, and for me personally, I found that it really helps with the acne and like scarring that I was getting around my jaw, which hasn't completely disappeared. Like, it's not a miracle cure because some of my acne is hormonal, so I get like a few spots that pop up like around the different times of the month. But when I do get those hormonal breakouts, I find that this really helps with the scarring and just generally leaves my skin looking a lot more even and glowy. Also, in my opinion, I really think this is helping with my fine lines. I'm 26 now, and like, you know, you start to get a few wrinkles here and there. And I don't use any other anti-aging sort of products on my skin, and I think it's doing a pretty good job at that. And I've said this so many times before, but the reason why this works so well is because it has evidence-based ingredients in it. They have a whole range of incredible ingredients that they will put into your little personalized formula that you can't just buy like from your local supermarket. They do also have like a full range of skincare products like face washes, hyaluronic acid serums, moisturizers, which I am also still using in my skincare routine, and they work really nicely in combination with this. You just need one pump of this at night time. I usually combine it with the moisturizer just because my skin is more sensitive. I'm kind of doing this skin cycling thing still, which works really well for my skin. I do still have my discount code, so if you guys did want to try this, you can get your first month for £2.90 instead of £19.99 with my discount code, which is SOPHlife. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it down below. That code also gets you 10% off your second month as well. So if anybody was wanting to try this, obviously with anything that I talk about, you don't have to go and try it, but if you wanted to, that discount code is there. So you can see how you get on with it. You can cancel it at any time if you want to, and it just shows up monthly on your doorstep. And yeah, I think that's about it. I will leave the website and my discount code down below. Thank you, Dermatica, for continuing to work with me. And let's get into this makeup. Sofia Richie's wedding was stunning. It was in the south of France. They had so many guests there. It looked beautiful. She had like 3 different Chanel dresses. It looked incredible. I'm sure it cost millions and millions and millions of pounds, but she was still using Maybelline mascara. The fact that her husband, Elliot, surprised her with the guy that sings one of her favourite songs, he's called Steven Sanchez, and did his own personalised version while she walked down the aisle. So that song that's like, I would never fall in love. I've just had him singing Sofia. Exactly like that, obviously. I've had that stuck in my head for days. Wait, she put it on her TikTok. Sophia. Just hearing that gave me goosebumps. Honestly, I had never even paid attention to her until like before her wedding. I know that a lot of people don't care and that it's a Nepo baby wedding or whatever, but she looked stunning. So this is what her makeup artist had to say. Putty Dubroff on TikTok.
And I'm going to show you exactly what I use to get Sofia Richie's wedding makeup looks. For Sophia's cheeks, I use this Nude Sticks Matte in Sunkissed.
So does this lady have on a tinted base product? She doesn't mention anywhere, and I've tried Googling, I've done extensive research online, nowhere does it mention a foundation or concealer. But in the wedding pictures, if you zoom in really close, it looks like she has a tiny bit of like creasing under her eyes, just like the tiniest bit, which makes me think that she is wearing some kind of base product, but it's not mentioned anywhere. And apparently she barely wears makeup anyway, so maybe she didn't have anything on, but I find that quite hard to believe, like on her wedding day. So sue me, I'm gonna use a glowy base product because my skin is not quite as incredible as hers. This is the Collection Filter Finish in the shade Fair 1. I do not have any fake tan on today, by the way. Okay, I think that's enough. By the way, I thought it was a really smart idea to put some rosemary oil in my hair and like slick it back like the TikTok girlies, but it kind of just looks like I've dunked my head in a bucket of oil, which is not quite what I was going for with the wedding vibes, but it'll have to do. It will have to do for today. I'm literally taking a tiny bit of this Rare Beauty concealer on the back of my hand and this fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna add the tiniest bits of concealer just where I need it, because I don't want the skin to look heavy at all. I mean, if that is actually her natural skin, then I am amazed. And obviously I'm sure she would have been getting like facials and stuff up until the wedding. I mean, not even up until the wedding, probably on like a daily basis, because she's Sofia Richie. And I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit of this Maybelline translucent powder, literally just on the creases of my eyes. She definitely had less under eye darkness than this, but we move. Do we move? No, we're gonna take a bit of powder foundation. Literally just there. So Putty used the Nude Sticks Matte All Over Face bronze colour in the shade Sunkissed. This is like a mix between a blush and a bronzer, which is coming a bit of a trend. Again, maybe the 80s is making a comeback, I don't know.
For Sophia's cheeks, I use this Nude Sticks Matte in Sunkissed.
Okay, she just takes this onto the cheeks directly, and she used her fingers, which I love. Oh wow, this looks a lot darker on me than it did on That is actually beautiful for just adding a bit of definition and like bronzy blushiness at the same time. And then
on top of the Sunkissed, I use this. This one's called Picante.
But guys, I have tried to get my hands on this. It is out of stock everywhere. I even went into Boots yesterday specifically to see if any other brands had some kind of orange blush. And then I remembered that I do actually have a couple of cream orange blushes in my collection. These two, the Pixi Juicy blush and the e.l.f. Oh, this one is Isla del Sol. I thought that was Bahama. Was it called Bahama? Hang on, let me just check. e.l.f. does have a matte orange one, but this is one of the glowing ones, but I mean, it's still orange. So that is the e.l.f. one, which actually looks really, really similar to Picante. And then the Pixi one is slightly more red, a reddy orange. Let's go with the e.l.f. one. So she just put this over the top and again blended it in with her fingers.
This Chanel Stilo et Contour number 12. And then blend.
She takes the Chanel contour stick to draw on just in the contours of her eye, which again, sold out. I went onto Sephora and was like, oh my god, yeah, they have all of the brands that she's used. And then I typed in Picante, typed in the Chanel eye stick thing, typed in the Chanel lipstick, all out of stock. So instead I'm using the shade Coffee from the Vieve eye sticks. I'm just gonna put a bit of this through my crease. Oh god, no, that was too much. Oh, okay, wait. In the stick, this looks quite cool toned, but actually on my eyes, it looks really warm. Perfect. Oh crap, it was not supposed to be this warm, was it? Or dark. I picked the wrong thing here. Let me blend this out and try again. This one is a bit cooler toned. This is from Iconic London, and it is the shade Goldmine. You know what? Maybe this is a good little combo for both things coming up. Okay, that looks a bit more similar, but this one is more cool toned, but it's also shimmery, so we have not got the perfect products here. If you can get your hands on the Chanel one, I mean, you probably don't need it, but the Chanel one is the one that she used. I do wonder if she uses just her fingers on Sophia or if she uses a brush. But anyway, that's all blended out with the fingers. Like a very light wash of contour.
On the lids, I use this gold gloss from the Chanel Duo Lumiere palette. Sadly, it's no longer available. Sorry, but I'm going to show you a hack. And take some gold eyeshadow, mix it into the balm for a luminous gold glow.
She said instead to get a gold eyeshadow and mix it in with, apparently I googled it, and she's using like a Chanel highlighter balm. But I was looking at this thinking that is a very similar shade, which again is from that Iconic London product. I reckon just by itself this might be a little bit intense. So I am going to mix it in with a highlighter balm. So let's just take some of that gold. You could literally use any gold eyeshadow. Or alternatively, I have this Vieve Skin Nova Primer, which has got some gold shimmer in it anyway. But I'm just going to take a little bit of that and mix it in to create this like gold gloss, I guess. Although with a gold gloss and like a balmy product, how do you get it to not crease on your eyelids? Because it's your wedding day. Like how did she stop that from creasing? That is what I want to know. In the close-up of Sophia's makeup, doesn't really look like she has any gold gloss on her lids, so I'm a little bit confused. And it looks like she also has gone on the lower lash line with that like contour shade, so I'm just going to do the same. And I've just noticed as well, unless it's a little bit of sunburn, she's definitely got a little bit of that blush on her nose, just down the bridge. And her eyebrows have definitely got a bit of something in them. Why did she not give us all the products? So let's put a tiny bit of that blush down my nose. Oh my god, I need some powder immediately because I just look like a hot mess right now.
Maybelline Lash Sensational Waterproof.
I love that she's using the Maybelline Lash Sensational in waterproof, which I went out and repurchased because I mean, it will come in handy for holiday anyway. This mascara is so good. An absolute classic. There doesn't seem to be any mascara on the lower lashes.
Sophia's wedding makeup was really all about just like fresh, clean, glowy.
You know what? If this is good enough for Sofia Richie's wedding day, it's good enough for mine. I'm gonna remember that for future reference. I'm just adding a tiny bit of the Glossier powder because my face is looking a bit too sweaty for my liking. That is much more like it. For the brows, I'm going to keep it really, really simple. I'm going to just take a tiny bit of this Max Factor Brow Duo in the shade Medium. I'm going to take this shade and just extend them the tiniest bit, keep them really natural through the front. Then a tiny bit of the Benefit Clear Brow Gel. Her eyebrows basically just looked well groomed, but they weren't too intense. And then this was the famous lip combo. The lip liner brand is not available in the UK. It's called Dibs, and we don't have that, so I've tried to get one that matches as close as I possibly can.
So this is the exact lip I used for Sofia for her wedding day. Rouge Coco Balm from Chanel, 928 Pink Delight. Taupey Contour from Dibs. It looks kind of gray, but it actually is the most perfect lip pencil for giving a little hidden definition and contour.
Okay, so this infamous Chanel lipstick I have researched, I have seen swatches, I've seen pictures of it online. I think I have 3 different dupe options. Oh wait, but first for the lip liner, I've got 3 that are kind of grey toned. The first one is the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine, which is the classic Hailey Bieber's favourite, which looks quite similar to the Dibs one. I've got the Melt Cosmetics All Day Everyday Lip Liner in the shade Foxy. Oh my god, actually looks really, really, really bloody similar. That is that second one in there. And then yesterday in Boots I picked up this one because I thought it looked kind of similar, but I don't actually know now. This is the Maybelline Colour Sensational in Gone Greige. It's just that third one along there. You know what? Let's try this one on because I feel like it could maybe work. It's just to contour the lips. Oh my god. Okay, wait. If you're wanting to actually contour your lips, I wouldn't fill them in with this because it's a bit too like dead looking, but oh my god. For a light lip contour, that works really well. And let me just blend it away with my fingers just to make it look a bit more natural. And then for the lipstick, I picked up this one yesterday, which is the L'Oreal Glow Paradise in Beige Eden 642. It's one of their like balmy lipsticks, and to me the shade of this looks pretty similar to the Chanel one. It's like a peachy pink, and it's that same kind of balmy formula. So that is the first option. I then have my first immediate thought was the Revlon Super Dewy in Dewy Peach. This looks just like it in the pictures. Could be onto a winner with that one. That is this one here. That looks so similar to the pictures to me. And then finally we have got the Sculpted by Amy Hydra Lip in the shade Peach, which is this one here. I think any of those would give you that same kind of effect. I might do the L'Oreal and a bit of the Revlon. Okay, wait. We need some more peach. We need some more peach. Let's use the Revlon one over the top. I think that's pretty perfect. Fuck it, let's put on a bit of the Sculpted by Amy one as well. Honestly, I think your best bet would be the Revlon or the Sculpted by Amy.
Final touch, Makeup by Mario. This is Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in light medium. Just adds a touch of sun-kissed, but it's nothing too heavy. Obsessed.
I do have the stick, so I'm going to use this instead, which is again in light medium, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this on a brush. But she's using like a fluffy brush to do this. I'm going to do the same. This is a MUA brush. God, this is so old. And she said that this just brings a touch of warmth, but not too much. Which I actually think is pretty perfect. That ties it together quite nicely. By the way, if you struggle to apply the blusher with your fingers, I would recommend just taking a sponge and sort of like stamping it on. I'm just adding a touch more. I'm gonna finish this off with a tiny bit more powder just because I want to look glowy. I don't want to look oily.
Final touch for the lip.
Wait, final touch from the lip.
Tense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil from Nude Sticks, Sun-Kissed Nude. And I use that just a little bit in the center.
Sun-Kissed Nude from Nude Sticks. I very conveniently got sent this in a PR package the other day. Ooh, that looks like a really nice colour. Sun-Kissed Nude. Did that do anything? Not really. So this is the finished look. Obviously, I do think that for me personally, I would prefer a little bit more coverage and some powder. I mean, I know that I did powder, but I feel like my face like the oils of my face keep coming through. But obviously, it's entirely up to skin type and like how your skin is. This is a very natural celebrity bridal makeup look, but it looked gorgeous on her. Like, she looked incredible. I actually really like it. I think it looks nice. It looks very fresh. It looks very youthful, which I think she's only 24. So obviously, she just wanted something light and fresh and young. And I think that that is exactly what this kind of is. Thank you, Putty, for sharing the products. I love how more celebrity makeup artists are starting to do this on TikTok and Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed following along with it. If you did, please give this a thumbs up. If you want to see more celebrity makeup tutorials, let me know. Don't forget, if you would like to try out Dermatica, you can use my code SOPHDoesLife. I will leave the link down below. I hope you guys are doing really good, and I will see you in my next video.